Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bowmaster619 here. Another beautiful day in colorful Colorado. It is a little bit warm. Definitely not going to say that it's hot yet because, well, quite honestly, it's not hot. It's just nice and toasty warm. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Hello, Aaron. Nice to see you. Figured today I'd do a nice chill live stream and show you guys this big honking gummy bear I found when I took my trip up to Breckenridge. It is a 12.35 ounce gummy bear, cherry flavor, presented by Epic Gummies. That's a company I'm gonna have to look at. Where did I? There you are. My Victorinox. Need something to slice this bad boy open with. Oh, I got a lot of treats from Breckenridge. There's no doubt about that. I got chocolate sauce. I got bourbon-aged maple syrup. I've got spiced rum. I've got this gigantic gummy bear that I'm going to crack open now. So yeah, I definitely came back with quite a bit. It was a heck of a fun trip, I'll tell you. Hoping we get to take another trip like that soon. Well, I shouldn't even say that because technically I am going to be taking a trip soon up there in July. Only it's not going to be with my girlfriend this time. It's going to be with my other buddies because we're going up for a survival camp. Or not a camp, a workshop. That's the word I'm thinking of. So here we go for the what? It comes in 2 halves. What do you know? Oh, man. Oh my god, it's got no ears. Yeah, it's a build-your-own bug-out bag workshop. Turns out Breckenridge Distillery actually has a lot of different really cool events that they do. 2 halves, that's cool. Well, let's go ahead and go right for the face. Oh. Not bad. Kind of greasy, honestly. Yeah. Still not bad, though. I'm not the LA Beast, so I definitely wouldn't want to try and eat this thing in one solid hit. Yeah, I agree, actually. Very interesting how it's sliced in half like that. That's good for a starter taste. I'll be munching on this a little bit during the rest of the live stream. And wash it down. Oh, very interesting news. My latest tasting box has arrived from Flaviar today. I actually had to go back in to pick it up from the post office. And this one is called For the Love of Cigars. Which I enjoy having a cigar every now and then. I do not smoke regularly. And personally, I really don't care for cigarettes in the slightest. I don't care for cigarette smokers, but I am still friends with quite a few, so, you know, it's whatever. That's a totally different matter that I'm not going to get into. But I do enjoy a nice, flavorful cigar every now and then. Jarum is actually a very interesting brand. They're almost like a cross between cigar and cigarettes. So I guess that's almost like a little bit of a hypocritical statement, but hey, they're clove cigars, they're good. Or I enjoy smoking out of one of my many beautiful pipes. And being from Colorado, we have quite a few different areas that have really good tobacco, actually. There's a shop up in Estes Park that I honestly cannot remember the name of, but they have amazing blends of tobacco up there. Oh, so good, so floral. And my brother actually recently got me a brand new pipe for my birthday, so I have not gotten to test that one out yet, simply because I can't find where the heck I put my tobacco. Wacky tobacco. Yes, this is Colorado, and we do have that kind of stuff, but in all honesty, I really don't enjoy marijuana. You know, I've allegedly smoked it before, and to be perfectly honest, it made me sick. I just... It made me feel extremely paranoid. I was dizzy. I felt nauseous the whole time. I just did not get anything out of it, honestly. The edibles aren't too bad, but it's just not for me, you know? The pain-relieving stuff, on the other hand... No, that's the thing. I have had crappy stuff in the past, but this was actually stuff that I got directly from a dispensary. And we have good quality stuff up here. And it made me feel absolutely terrible. But this kind of stuff, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show this or not, but this is actually pain-relieving salve. Hello, Ellie Dub. L-Dub? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, I apologize. But this is actually a type of pain-relieving salve that actually smells pretty good. And it works wonders on sore areas. It's just pronounced L? Okay. Good to know, thank you. Yes, the new tasting box has, as usual, 3 flavors in it. And while I'm not going to actually go through the flavor profile, since I don't plan on drinking them right this second, I will go ahead and give you the names. We have Park, which is a cigar blend, XO, Viel Fine Champagne, which is a cognac. We have Diplomatico, Reserva Exclusiva. I have no idea if I said that right. Which is a dark rum. I'm actually becoming much more of a rum fan lately. And the Dalmore, which is the Cigar Malt Reserve Highland Single Malt Whiskey. That sounds good. And that's actually the entire reason I chose this particular package. Because as most of you know by now, if you have been checking out my first channel, I am a big whiskey drinker. Well, I shouldn't necessarily say a big drinker, I'm a big whiskey fan. Let me put it. I enjoy a good whiskey. Oh! I bet that was amusing to watch. Just me sitting here talking about whiskey and all of a sudden just... Oh! Crap, now I forgot where I was. Oh, right. I got buffering. Yeah, my Wi-Fi isn't as good as I wish it was, so every now and then it'll do. I mean, if it winds up cutting out any more than that, then I'll probably go ahead and just switch back to LTE instead of Wi-Fi, but at least the Wi-Fi works fairly well for live streams for the most part. You're good now. Okay, very good. I've actually got something I want to show you guys real quick. I will be right back while I go and get it. Okay, I'll be back. And while I was up in Breckenridge, another thing that I wound up getting up there, at the distillery, of course, was this. Colorado Spirit Trail. Discover the spirits of the West. Official map and guide. And they actually had a very interesting challenge, which was the first 4... Let me start that again. The first 24 individuals to visit and receive a stamp from all the participating distilleries represented on the 2018 paper map will be presented with a single bottle from each of the participating distilleries at the 2019 Colorado Spirits Trail event. You will also have the best stocked bar in the country and lifetime memories of your spirit adventures. Now that sounds like something I want to do for Spirit Saturdays, which honestly I'm thinking of changing the name to, since I don't hardly get to post on Saturdays anymore. Since most of my Saturdays I'm usually working until easily 8 o'clock or later, and at that time, how long it takes me to actually get them uploaded, it's really late at night, which I really don't care to upload that late, but, you know, I digress. But we have an entire list right here of the various stamps of the participating distilleries. And then on the inside, we've actually got a full-fledged map detailing where all of the distilleries are. And I apologize if you're not getting a good view of that. I actually cannot see the camera at all right now. But, here we go. Perfect. I can read you off the list real quick of the different ones we have. We have a third person in here now. Hello, Tessa. Good to see you here. Oh. $51 distilleries in total. And sadly enough, I have actually not tried most of these yet. Let's see. Let's see if I can manage to find out the ones I have tried. I'm not sure if I've actually tried Mile High Spirits yet. I think I might have. Let's see. Well, hello, Zomblue. Nice to see you as well. Even if you're driving and cannot quite tune in at this moment, it's good to hear from you nonetheless. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Colorado Gold. Mystic Mountain, I believe I have had. Black Canyon Distillery, obviously I've had. I've had a full 3-part documentary about visiting Black Canyon Distillery. Check it out on my other channel, Bowmaster619. I have actually, no, I have not tried Spirit Hound Distilleries yet, but they are close to me. They're up in Loveland. I wish I had a chauffeur too. Let's see, L&J Distilling, Old Elk, let's see. Okay. Turns out actually quite a few on this list I have not actually tried yet. But there are a lot of different distilleries out here, and I know I probably missed something. Red to come to Colorado Springs if you should hang out and shoot arrows and things. One of these days, we definitely need to meet up and have a collaboration. That sounds amazing. So, that actually reminds me, what kinds of bows does Zomblue and possibly you as well, because I honestly don't remember if you shoot archery or not as well. I apologize. What kind of bows do you guys shoot? Do you shoot traditional equipment, or do you shoot more modern stuff? Essentially, do you shoot compounds, or do you shoot recurves and longbows and such? Because I'm good either way, honestly. One of the first bows I ever shot was actually a compound bow. But I've always had a thing for traditional equipment. That's just always been me, personally. Okay, here's a much better list. Bear Creek, The Block, Broken Arrow, Devil's Head, Downslope, The Family Jones, Golden Moon. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, apparently. But that's what's actually interesting is when I was doing the tour of Black Canyon Distillery, when I was doing my filming for the little documentary that I did on them, I was actually telling them about the club I'm a member of. All that is over my head. I used a bow at summer camp once, though. He shoots recurve, compound, English long, but he doesn't have his equipment anymore, and I don't shoot. He had to sell his equipment? That's sad. I mean, if need be, I'd be more than happy to bring up a few bows so he can have some equipment to shoot with. Lord knows I've got enough to share with. I always made sure to have more than enough arrows with me to make sure my friends and I could shoot together, because that's what we used to do back when we hung out all the time. He lost it in a move. Aww. That sucks. Believe me, I know how long it takes to build up a good collection like that. He made a girly noise with that. But yeah, according to this Colorado Spirit Trails, I've got a lot of work to do if I want to actually visit all these different locations, because as the map has shown on here, they are literally all over the place. We've got five of them in Fort Collins, one in Loveland, one in Greeley. What's the one in Greeley? I didn't even know there was one in Greeley. Syntax Distillery. Okay. I don't go to Greeley as often as I used to, but I'm going to have to check that out now. Let's see. 27 is, of course, Black Canyon. Just up the road from Black Canyon, there is Long Tucky. And then Spirit Hound, Anvil. At the 10 Fair on July 21st, it's Romance Weekend. What? What is the 10 Fair? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I can't type or spell. You meant the Renaissance Festival, didn't you? Yep, I had a feeling that was the case. The weekend before that, which is the 13th, I know that me and my friends are actually going up to Breckenridge for an event that Aaron heard about earlier in the live stream. It's a build your own survival kit. Yeah, build your own survival kit workshop. So the possibility of getting the next weekend off, I'm not sure of yet, but I will discuss it with the various people that I know and see if that might be a possibility, because I do want to go to the Renfest this year. Haven't been able to go for the past couple years, but I want to go again. I've been trying for the last few years to save up to buy a really nice sword from the Renfest, but there's always been something to take that money away right before I go. Or I just flat out haven't been able to go, and that wound up going towards something else. You know how that goes. But I have purchased a bow from the Renfest, and I wish I never would have traded it. Ugh. I originally had around a 65-pound longbow, and that thing shot so well. But like an idiot, I wanted to try and trade up to a heavier bow of around 73 pounds or so, and that thing doesn't shoot nearly as well as the original. Sounds like you have a lot of things you want to do and not enough time to do it. Isn't that the truth for just about everyone, honestly? If you can, just let us know. We'd love to see you and literally shoot the shot with you. I know where you were going with that, so I understand. Oh yes, and for those of you that missed it, I started the live stream with this. A massive 12.5-ounce gummy bear. Which, ironically enough, is actually cut in half, and I've already taken a couple bites out of. Eventually! Ah, there we go. I know, this thing's enormous, isn't it? Another item I got from Breckenridge. Yep, I keep it around strictly for so when we have more people joining in, I go ahead and take a bite out of it so they can see just how huge this thing actually is. I mean, obviously, it's not close to a 5-pound gummy bear, but it's still a pretty big one for what it is. And it's actually pretty tasty, too. Okay, guy riding by on a horse. That's cool. Oh, that was not a good combination right there. And the flavor of the gummy bear is cherry. Only in Colorado. Very true. Tessa, have you ever actually been up to Breckenridge? I'm curious to know. Because I've only ever been there once. I mean, I think we've passed by a couple times on our way up to Rifle, which is where we hunt every now and then. And never actually got a chance to really look at it, but... Oh, no? Darn. If you get a chance, I highly recommend it. It is beautiful. I believe I posted some pictures from my vacation on my Facebook page for Bowmaster619. So if you want a very minimalistic idea of what it looks like, I did take some pictures while we were up there. The view from our hotel suite that Leslie rented, which, by the way, that was an amazing suite. Oof. It was beautiful. Greeley and Trinidad. Very cool. Greeley's a pretty nice place. It has a couple of rough areas for sure, but what big city doesn't, honestly? But it actually is a very beautiful city. I shall stalk to on Facebook now. Oh, stalk you. Okay. I was about to say, you're talking a little bit like my friend Monkey there. Oh, good God. Anytime that guy sends me a text, it's almost like trying to be a cryptanalyst from the military to understand what the heck he's saying. Colorado Distiller's Guide. I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, let me go ahead. Bless you. Let me go ahead and read you the top part of this little list here. Explore colorful Colorado, one distillery at a time. In the West, there's an old adage that whiskey is for drinking and water is for fighting. Not sure I've ever heard that one, but whatever. Colorado distillers tend to be more of the loving type, and for that reason, we would love... No! Right in the middle of... Seriously? Well, let me go ahead and start from where I think it came off. Zomblue is dodging potholes. Oh, that sounds fun. Not. Join us among the American frontier, where local distilleries embody the spirit of the West as the renaissance of craft spirits emerge in Colorado. Colorado has over 50 members of the Colorado Distillers Guide who invite visitors to enjoy beautiful Colorado hiking, fishing, biking, climbing, camping, birdwatching, or hitting the slopes when finishing the day with a sip of whiskey or a dram of gin. There are a few different distilleries that do offer gin, and it makes perfect sense in Colorado since we have so many juniper trees. Buffering. Excuse me one moment, I believe my cat wants in. Hey, Thomas. Tom. Would you guys like to say hi to Tom? Hey, Thomas. Are you saying hi to everyone? Yes, hello, Tom Tom. If you want your food, you know exactly where it is, Thomas. Huh? Do you remember where it is? Yeah, you do. You just want attention. Yeah, he's a cool cat. He's an attention hog, if you couldn't tell. Yep, everybody loves the Tom Tom. My other cat, I don't think is in the house right now. His name is Midnight, but he's a bit of a jerk. At times, at least. He's a really pretty cat, too. Oh, there you are. Night-night. Night-night. You want to come in, too? Come on, handsome boy. Oh, come on. Our screen door sucks. Anyway, this is Midnight. Hey, Night-night. Where are you going? Come back here. Hey, Night-night. Yep, so these are our two cats. Yeah, see, you know exactly where your food is. Yeah, and yours is right up here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there's a good boy. Yeah, who's your handsome kitty? Yep. That's Midnight and Tom Tom. So, now you've seen a couple of our cats. They're good boys. They just... Ugh. They can be annoying at times, but which cats can't, right? Come here, Charger. Oh, wow. Somehow we're still at 100% battery life. Let's see. So, come enjoy audiobooks with Bowmaster. I did see that earlier. I just wasn't able to comment on it, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. To be perfectly honest, to have a voiceover job such as that would be so cool. That would be like a dream job for me. And there have been times I have thought about potentially starting a new channel, or even at least maybe just doing some videos on this channel where I just read off stories that people give me, or retell stories that people have told me, or that I've experienced, or whatever, and see how that goes over. Because there are several different channels here on YouTube that do that specifically as their channel. Predominantly, a lot of those do that for horror stories. Let me see if I can re-enunciate that. Horror stories. I apologize if the first time it sounded a little different. I just for you to voice over for. I'm sure that would actually be probably quite amusing. I can just see one of them talking in a high-pitched voice like Stitch and the other one talking in an evil voice, and then just going back and forth. There are actually people at work that tell me that one of my laughs sounds just like a character called Junkrat from the game Overwatch. And turns out apparently you can actually download his laugh as a ringtone for various different notifications on your phone, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, a lot of times people come to me if they need some kind of character voice done. Like if they're just trying to play a prank on someone or things of that sort, they always come to me, which is hilarious. Zomblue can sound like Cleveland from Family Guy. Now that I want to hear. That sounds hilarious. Ah, it sucks. There is a YouTube channel that unfortunately no longer exists. Well, technically they do kind of still, they're still there, but all of their videos are privated, which sucks. But there was an edition with another YouTuber. I think Arif was the name of the YouTube channel, where he actually does different kinds of voice synthesizing. And they actually played a game of Cards Against Humanity where he did the voice of Cleveland Brown from Family Guy, or The Cleveland Show, or whichever one it is. And that was, by far, one of their funniest videos, in my opinion. It just sucks so bad that channel no longer has their videos up. I miss that channel so much. But yeah, we actually had a guy in school that could do a fairly decent Cleveland Brown reference at all. Oh my god, that would be amazing. The question is, what voice would I do? You know, if he's talking as Cleveland, I wonder what voice I would do. Because that would be the fun part of it. Have him essentially play Cleveland Brown, and he can sound like Zap Brannigan? I'm not entirely sure who that is, honestly. And I apologize for that, but I just honestly don't know who that is. One video I saw a while ago that was cool. And Hank Hill. He does Zap Brannigan from Futurama. From Futurama. Is that the black guy that sounds a little bit like, he has a Jamaican accent? Excuse me a moment. Boop. It's been a long time since I've actually seen Futurama. Hermes. That creepy little blue guy from the Disney Hercules movie? That leads up to such a bad adult joke. But there was a video I saw recently where it was Mark Hamill. For those of you that know who Mark Hamill is, of course, he played Luke Skywalker in the original Star Wars, as well as he's done numerous different kinds of cartoon voices throughout his career, one of his most famous being the Joker from Batman the Animated Series. And he was actually challenged by someone else to read Trump tweets in his iconic Joker voice. And it works out so hilarious. He can sound like the blunt, arrogant cat. Oh, that's which one you're talking about. Okay. The guy that sounds like a character from a really bad porno. Gotcha. The one who's always hitting on the one-eyed chick. Oh, crap. Now I can't remember. What is her name? What's the Cyclops chick's name? I can't remember now. Itchy nose. Layla, okay. Now I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh, that would be funny. Just have him play like 3 different voices and play those different characters at once, having conversation. That would be funny. Let me see. If I remember correctly, the tweet that Mark Hamill read for that particular video was Trump's New Year's Eve tweet. I think this might be the very first time I've ever actually tried an impression on a live stream, but let's see if I can remember exactly what it was that the tweet said, because it's been a while. I don't know if you guys have actually seen that video or not. He can also sound like Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. Is that a band? Sorry, working. Believe me, I understand. There's been numerous times I've listened in on lives when I've been delivering for Domino's, so I completely understand it. Let's see if I can remember exactly how that particular tweet went. And I apologize if this is a terrible Joker impression, but I'm doing what I can with it. How did that one go? Happy New Year, one and all, including to my many enemies who tried so hard to beat me and failed so badly. They just don't know what to do. Love. So, there's that. I believe my first ever impression actually done on a YouTube live stream, so that's interesting. Sorry, I had to leave the computer for a bit. Yes, Megadeth is meh. I'm heading over to Zomblue or I'm running into the store. Okay. Hello, Zomblue. Welcome to the show. And Aaron, I apologize if you wound up missing a little bit there, but I just did a brief Joker impression. I don't know if you actually heard it or not. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love doing impressions in front of my friends. I've just very rarely done them on YouTube live streams. So, forgive me if I was a little bit nervous there. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Let's find out. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. Very good, very good. Oof. Okay, so since we do have someone new coming into the live stream now, this is a giant gummy bear that I've been somewhat munching on since the start of this live stream, so we may very well wind up finishing his head before this is all over, but we'll see. Wow. That looks quite horrific, doesn't it? Slap him back on there. Okay, so, Aaron, if of course you are still here, I want to apologize for last night. I wasn't able to show up right on time for your live stream. I came in when I did, but I actually wound up missing what you said when I was talking about Seagram's whiskey, because it started buffering right at the moment when you got the little bit that I wound up telling you about it, so I honestly wasn't sure what you said about that. But yes, from what I read on the bottle, it is a American whiskey, which is apparently 7 times distilled, which sounds like a little bit overkill in my opinion. And it's not bad. I'm honestly not sure what the price on this one is, simply because this actually came from my grandma's house. I don't remember the exact story, but they wound up getting quite a few bottles of liquor. Various different kinds. One was Seagram's, one was Captain Morgan. They got a few different bottles of wine. I honestly don't remember the exact story of it, but this was one of them. So I decided to go ahead and try it. One thing I can say, you took that glass pretty quick. Well, not necessarily on purpose, it's just that I've had enough hard spirits in my short time that I've been here that it's not too terribly hard. Wow, that was wonderful English. And by the way, hello, Russ. Nice to see you joining us today. And I've got some more I can add into this later if I so choose to. And I also want to put out there that to anyone watching, I'm not an alcoholic, okay? I just want to put this right out there. I don't drink every single day. So don't get it in your head that every time you see me live stream or almost any time you see me with a video, you're going to see me with a glass of hooch in my hand. That is not the case. I just want to put that out there right now. So just saying that right off the bat, because I know a lot of times you'll have channels where they'll be discussing different kinds of alcoholic beverages, from spirits to cocktails to beer and things of that sort, and a lot of people will often think, oh, well, that guy's got to be just a raging alcoholic. He's drunk all the time. That's not the case. I just want to put that on record. I do not drink constantly. I just enjoy to have one every now and then, and I very much enjoy trying new things. So there's what that is. If that English made any sense there whatsoever. There is one drink that I definitely want to mention that me and my friends wound up creating a while ago. And I'm going to warn you now, this sucker will knock you right on your butt if you're not careful with it. We call it a transmission overhaul. And what it includes, this is one that I personally wound up making up based on a recipe that my buddy Curly, also known as Lord Mechanicus here on YouTube, you've seen him several times in my Spirit Saturdays videos, if you have seen those on my first channel. Which, by the way, there are 3 more videos that are going to be uploaded onto this channel fairly soon from that series, where we try a tasting box, similar to the one that I had sitting around here, but now I'm not sure where in the bloody heck it went. Oh, it's on the table. Okay. Brain fart. Okay. So the one that he originally made up was called a transmission overhaul. And it was a shot of... you know, I got the 2 bottles over here. I'll be right back. And these are still quite full because I don't actually use these very often. And they are extremely dusty because of that fact. Holy crap. So the first one was actually Jägermeister, I can't talk today, Spice, with cinnamon and vanilla. Actually quite good. Even if you're not a fan of Jägermeister, this one is actually quite tasty. And a shot of Irish liqueur. This one in particular is St. Brendan's, but you can use whatever kind you happen to have on hand. So there's that much. But essentially, and I'll go ahead and mix one of these up for you guys just so you can see what it looks like. Maybe. Assuming I can get the damn cap off of this thing. Ah! There we go. Alright, so. A little dash of Irish cream. Cinnamon liqueur, my kryptonite. You're probably a fan of Hot Damn or Fireball, aren't you? And then, of course, around a shot or so of the Jägermeister Spice. And my buddy called this one a transmission overhaul. So here's what that looks like on its own. I'm sure you can see why it calls it transmission overhaul, because it kind of looks like the fluid that comes out of a really bad transmission. And overall on its own, it's not bad. You know, extremely sweet. And the nice thing about the Jäger Spice is what you can really tell excuse me, what you can really taste is the cinnamon and the vanilla. You don't taste anything of black licorice in this particular one. You know, that's one of the reasons why my... Are we back? But with this one, it's simply the taste of cinnamon and vanilla. And it's quite good. And that, mixed along with the Irish cream, is an extremely unique flavor that is actually quite good. It is an excellent sipping cocktail. And that's literally all it is just 2 shots. Now, the one that I was telling you about, the transmission overhaul, is the exact same shot that this is here. 1 shot of this, 1 shot of this, followed by a shot of Jameson and a shot of Bushmills, which are 2 different kinds of Irish whiskeys that are both pretty good on their own. But you do a shot of each of those and put it on the rocks. And it is quite tasty, but that will mess you up really fast. Especially since this bad boy right here, the Jägermeister, is 50 proof. The St. Brendan's is 17%, so that would make it, oh, my brain doesn't want to do math today. 34 proof, followed by 2 80 proof whiskeys. So obviously, that'll mess you up pretty quick if you're not careful, which is what wound up happening to me one time. I was smart enough to have 2 of those in one night and didn't bother to drink enough water afterhand, so I had a decent hangover afterwards as a result. But for those of you that like a creamy and tasty cocktail, try a transmission overhaul. Quite good. Or just try a blown transmission. I'm pretty sure that's what my friend used to call it. Anyway, you get the point. Just a blown transmission is this one and Irish cream. Very simple, but very good. When you add a couple of shots of whiskey on top of that, you have a blown transmission, or no, a transmission overhaul, excuse me, and it'll beat the crap out of you real fast if you're not careful. I'm going to go put these back real quick. Oops, those are backwards. Now, another drink that some of you might not be familiar with is known as an Irish car bomb. And that is actually a very good drink, in my opinion. It's where you take a 1-ounce shot of Bushmills or Jameson, it's up to you, 1 shot of Irish cream of your choice, and a pint of Guinness. The way you make it is quite simple. You pour in the Irish cream and the whiskey first, and then you pour the pint of Guinness on top, and then you have to drink that as fast as possible before the flavors separate and it winds up becoming a little bit curdled and nasty. So it is a chugging cocktail, and the thing is, it hits you really fast. I should know. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I should know because I've never had an Irish car bomb. What I've had is an Irish IED, which, again, Lord Mechanicus made himself, which was 1 2-ounce shot of Irish cream, 1 2-ounce shot of Jameson, 1 2-ounce shot of Bushmills, all poured together with a pint of Guinness poured on top of that, and then you slam that as fast as possible. And let me tell you, after only 10 minutes time of slamming that sucker down, you are already feeling it, because that's about the equivalent of taking 5 shots in very rapid succession. So, yeah, that one will mess you up pretty dang quick. Exactly, Aaron. That one will knock you down very fast. And if you remember my friend Monkey, who again has appeared on my first channel, both in the Clash of the Rain Dances video, plus one of my Spirit Saturdays videos, which I feel really bad that the other 2 videos of that series never came to fruition. The problem is the camera I was using at the time, which is an old Vivitar, gets this really nasty warbling sound once it gets warmed up. If any of you have seen my video where we do a taste test of Gosling's Bermuda Black Rum, the normal one, not the 151, there's a lot of background noise that you can hear that is directly from the camera itself. So, unfortunately, the other 2 and Breckenridge Vodka, which personally I think is really good. Zomblue's phone died on him. Fair enough, I understand. Anyway, that particular 3-part series never wound up coming to be. The only one that wound up getting developed was the Goslings, and the Irish Cream, and the other never wound up happening, simply because of the fact that the background noise makes it really hard to concentrate on the videos itself. So, unfortunately, that's what happened for that. I'm hoping in the future, since I now have a much better camera, that we will be able to reshoot that episode and each give our own individual opinions of the particular spirits that we are drinking at the time. Now, Irish Cream is kind of a entity unto itself. It really depends on which kind one you enjoy of your own. That's my brother, and my dad will be walking in a moment as well. And that's just the way it is. It's up to you which one you particularly prefer. It's up to your own individual taste. And as far as Breckenridge Vodka is concerned, I personally really enjoyed it. So, they are now back. So L-Dub is here, Aaron is here, and Russ is here. Party time. Sounds good to me. Let's party up. Hang loose. My dinner is now officially here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this live stream off now. We are sitting at almost an hour anyway, so this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching who has been able to join us today. I hope you enjoyed me eating the head off of a giant gummy bear. I am going to now enjoy cheese enchiladas from Santiago's. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Keep your eyes open for 3 future episodes from my Spirit Saturdays series. Probably not going to be coming out on Saturday itself, but around that same time. As well as one very special video, which is where me and my buddy Curly, Lord Mechanicus, try a type of hot sauce that is made with Carolina Reaper and Boot Jalokia, also known as the Ghost Pepper. He enjoys it, and I'm in pain. So, look forward to those 4 videos coming up in the near future. This is Bowmaster619 out. As always, drive safe, stay safe. The arrow has been loosed. Have a great night.